challenge everything is the motto. So we can see that guy.
So the Rockets with Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith, and Alperen Sengun. Sengun working on Kuminga with the pump fake, and Buddy Hield took it away and then threw it away. Green an open three. And he's not made them against the Warriors, but now a third opportunity. And Kuminga losing it off the leg.
They tried to get out, knew they were going to try to get it to Kuminga rolling.
Jabari Smith from deep, off iron there, and GP2 will track it down. Rockets, after the Warriors beat them, did go beat the Clippers. Warriors ended up splitting the baseball series, losing once to Minnesota and then winning a second time. Kuminga fouled as he flips that home.
That's what the Warriors tried to do the first time. And that's
Kuminga in the starting lineup has played some of his best basketball, and Ime Udoka has seen Kuminga go for 33 and 23 in the two Warrior wins.
Well, they got off to rough starts in those two Warrior wins, so the Warriors want to get off to a great start again tonight. That was actually the Rockets' worst offensive game the last time we saw this team in San Francisco.
VanVleet with the left wing jumper. Draymond holding up top. Sengun just kind of hanging out in the lane. And the Warriors, they had 10 turnovers in the first meeting. They've already had 2, and we haven't played 2 minutes.
Well, Jabari Smith Jr. on Draymond Green, he's a little more mobile than a Gobert. Steph's tried to set a ball screen for him, but Draymond wasn't ready for him to fight over as well as he did.
VanVleet to Sengun. He'll have to back it out. Jalen Green attacking, and he stepped out of bounds, and so the Rockets turn it over.
Well, they'll give it back to you sometimes.
In Toronto, the guys that guarded Steph in the finals, and the Warriors are just throwing the ball randomly out of bounds.
Well, they got Sengun involved in that when they had GP2 rolling to the basket. They tried to get it to. They're just having some miscues right now.
At least they're not live ball turnovers, though, because that's what fuels the Rockets' offense. And Curry, good hands, and Steph with the steal. Buddy Hield attacking with the left hand, putting it up and in.
Well, they're keeping the Rockets from scoring off those turnovers, and they just scored off of the Rockets turnover. You like Buddy Hield going to the basket early, seeing one go in. Anything can happen now.
Sengun is the hub. They use him all the time, and setting up Jabari Smith for the three. 35% from deep and dropping that one in. See all the attention on Steph. Draymond elected not to shoot that, and
you probably want to have Draymond power up with that one, even though there's a defender in the vicinity.
GP2 with the air ball, and VanVleet the other way. An opportunity to push. Steph got Jabari Smith on him. Steph coming off that 30-point game against Minnesota. Draymond's got an open three and rattled it down and out. And now the Rockets lost it out of bounds. Now, Kay, it's almost 9 o'clock here when they tip this game. Is that a change in routine for Houston? I mean, the Warriors just...
Steph Curry hits a three. Because the Rockets haven't had much success against the Warriors.
Right. So anything different.
Anything different. They're like, okay, maybe we can use this to our advantage and change the result. But for them, it's like, you just try to keep the routine as similar as possible. Maybe take a later pregame nap.
And Sengun reversing it up and in. But GP2 off a made basket. If you lose Gary, where will he be?
Around the basket. And he got there so much quicker than any Rocket did that time. But the Rockets, like, if you can just have maybe a later pregame nap and keep everything similar after that, that'd probably help them out.
Jabari Smith, so he hits the three and then hits the elbow jumper. So the Rockets have opened 5 of 8. Warriors 4 of 6. Just need to avoid those turnovers. Steph weaving through the entire defense and wanted Kuminga to go to a different spot. JK with the three, and that's a win for Houston. The one thing Kuminga did well against Minnesota was attack the basket.
Especially when Şengün is on you. That's exactly Jalen Green loses it out of bounds. And Bill Kennedy is going to say it's Warrior ball.
His wing rotation is different tonight. Kuminga another three. And now time when his feet are set, and it's not Şengün. He shot that over Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, he's talking to the Rockets bench as well. Turned around, shot him a look for a while.
Two screens for Jalen Green, but Draymond just kind of snuffed that out. Shot clock down to 6. Green, all that athleticism and then fading and missing there, but Dylan Brooks kept it alive. Van Vliet couldn't pay it off, and Draymond tips it to himself.
Hey, Buddy Hield, I'm giving him full credit. He moved his feet on Jalen Green. A lot of moves there, too.
Buddy sprints the floor and gets you into something early on most possessions offensively. A little tic-tac-toe, and Kuminga missed the mid-range. Jalen Green, G League Ignite. Working on Kuminga.
Kuminga G League Ignite.
I was going to say the same. Şengün. Oh, step away, Nowitzki.
It looked like he just stopped playing. Like he just resigned to the fact that Draymond was going to be more physical and kind of lulled Draymond to sleep.
Staff a deep three. Kuminga getting on the glass and getting to the line.
He can do that so much. I had a conversation in the tunnel with him about that. He's like,
I'm not going to be any different if the opportunity is here. Now, the one thing for Kuminga, it's been a season-long problem, is he's at 60% from the line at nearly 75% a year ago.
He's going to get to the free throw line so much. And with Draymond, he's about winning. He's like, if doing this is going to help us win or give us a better chance to win, get off to a great start, I'm all for it. But, of course, Draymond's been in the starting lineup.
Kuminga 1 of 3 free throwing. He has 6. This is a tough cover for Buddy Hield, and Van Vliet never turns it over. Podziemski's first playing time. Amen Thompson handling now for Houston. Shot clock at 2. And Van Vliet flipping it up and out. Lindy Waters fight for that rebound. Lindy Waters with Buddy Hield. Podziemski, Kuminga, and Kevon Looney's first action. Buddy, deep 3. Tough shot. Dylan Brooks comes back for the rebound.
So this is a tough lineup for the Warriors to go against the Rockets here. It's pretty switchable. It's hard to find who to go against.
Tari Smith, scoring from the baseline now. Tari Eason is in. He'd been out with concussion protocol, but he had his career high 27 against the Warriors in November. There's Kuminga attacking inside, and there's the difference between settling for a 3 or just imposing your will on the Rockets.
And going at Tari Eason, who's a really strong defender and probably one of our favorites.
He's got 8, but he's 1 of 4 from the line.
Just getting your money. Coach Kerr was talking about the free throws yesterday. It's just like, get the sequencing right, push all in one motion.
Warriors got the Houston practice here yesterday. Dylan Brooks flips it in and draws the foul.
I thought that was a really solid practice. Warriors had good vibes, but Dylan Brooks, he's going to be aggressive, and he likes this matchup. This is a driving team. They're 26th in the league in three-point shooting. They want to get to the rim. Dylan Brooks is actually one of their best three-point shooters at 38%. But a lot of them want to get to the paint.
And 83% from the line as he completes a three-point play. They know Buddy Hield is hurt there. Jabari Smith was out at the three-point arc on the catch. Shot clock at 5. Tari Eason made Buddy give it up. Kuminga at 1, just got to turn and hoist, and that's why the Rockets are top 4 in defense.
I'm going to say with this lineup the Warriors have out here, you need to run some more plays for Kuminga. Get him downhill, post him up, slash into the basket. Warriors did a nice misdirection play as Dylan Brooks misses a 3.
And Buddy Hield comes back for the rebound.
They worked on that in practice. You can get Kuminga in those type of misdirection.
Podziemski did well to avoid the turnover. Good catch there. Dylan Brooks is a really good defender. Buddy, good look at a three, but missed it wide right.
They're just not getting high percentage rhythm shots right now. It's all contested jumpers, and you need something going to the rim. Again, in December, Rockets are 29th in opponent points in the paint, especially with no rim protection out there. You can get in the paint.
Yeah, it's 16 and 8. Their calling card is defense. Looney, great defense there on Amen Thompson. That's why if you can get anything before they get set up, you want to take a shot at it. And Dylan Brooks turns Kuminga over. The Warriors, they're not going to get 10 turnovers in a quarter, but they have 6 already.
I just think they got to run some sets. It looks like they're running down with nothing in mind to run.
Van Vliet and Looney with the rebound.
Even if it's split action, just something everybody knows.
Yeah, Rockets 19 shot attempts to the Warriors 14 right now because of all the turnovers. The decel for Podziemski, couldn't quite flip that in.
I love how he does that though, off 1 foot, pump faking sometimes, even more than once. But again, now it's just ISO. No play ran there.
The Warriors want to do though on the road, just always kind of stay in the game. Tari Eason trying to create space. Looney doesn't let him do it. Shot clock down to 2. Van Vliet. He missed everything. That did not hit iron. How about the Warriors playing the D?
This is a defensive battle, like the last time we saw this Rockets team. Yeah, it's a good timeout because we need to talk about some things offensively.
Rockets shooting 40%. Has been starting games and finishing quarters. Lindy Waters missed that 3. So Steph Curry, Lindy Waters, Podziemski, Kyle Anderson's first playing time with Kevon Looney. Şengün missing the 3.
He doesn't shoot a ton of threes, but he's like, I kind of have to. I'm so wide open.
Yeah, 25% for Şengün.
Kind of made him into that.
Yeah, that ball kicked. It's still Warrior ball.
The Warriors might have to slash someone in from the corner, just cut, or you got to beat your man off the dribble, maybe slip a screen if you're anticipating a switch. But here's where the creativity has to come out.
41%, and the Rockets shot 37%. The difference is the Warriors only had 10 turnovers for the entire game, so they got shots up.
Now you're involved in Şengün.
Podziemski halfway down and out, so man, points are going to be precious tonight.
We've seen this before, haven't we?
We saw 99-93. I don't even know if we're going to get to that right now. You always loved the 80s, right?
Yeah.
It's a little throwback.
The 90s.
Şengün out front iron.
He's going to find traction first offensively.
Aaron Holiday trying to stay with Steph. And Curry bottoms a 3. He thought he was fouled as well. He's telling Billy Kennedy.
Listen, Holiday was in his jersey. Steph's release is so lightning quick. It makes no sense. Look at how his concentration is ridiculous.
Van Vliet got to the elbow, didn't want to pull it. Holiday's a very good three-point shooter, but missed there. Şengün kept it alive. And that's what the Rockets do. They offensive rebound and usually make you pay for it, but Looney got that rebound. And man, even every routine pass you can't take for granted against Houston.
And usually Looney is pretty solid with those outlet passes. You just have to make sure if the defender's in the vicinity, tell your guy to come back. Warriors want to take off and run and throw the pass ahead. Sometimes you just got to come back.
So there's the post-up he talked about. Kyle Anderson, and he's just going to go right through Aaron Holiday's chest, and he'll pick up a foul.
Well, that's what it takes. The possession before, you had that same matchup of Holiday on Kyle Anderson, but Şengün was sitting in there too close, playing off of Looney, so he couldn't get that pass down there. This time they found some space, and Anderson did the right thing, get a foul. Draw it.
They'll say the fouls before Kyle got into the shooting motion. So first in the last 2 minutes. The Warriors 7 turnovers in the first quarter.
It's tough because from the weak side they're trying to clog up the rolls. So Kyle Anderson is looking at that skip pass like it's probably one of the only passes I can throw. It's just so off target.
We'll say it as a public service announcement. They committed 10 in the entire game against the Rockets last week.
Only 2 points off the turnovers right now, but you keep doing that, and it's going to come back to bite you at some point.
You're missing those 7 extra shot attempts. You're going to need those tonight. GP2 will commit the foul. Warriors had a foul to give.
Yeah, they're going to keep trying to drive it here. They only have less than 7 seconds to work with.
So 6.9, shot clock off. Tari Eason inside and putting it up and in. Lajemski trying to play beat the clock at 3. He will launch at 3, and that will do it for the first quarter. So 36% shooting for both teams, but 7 Warrior turnovers.
So versatile.
Steph with a no-look pass that gets stolen. It's a 3-on-1, and Şengün lays it up and in.
And the Rockets know that the Warriors are liable to turn it over sometimes. If they get in from the weak side like they did there, you had Şengün involved, but you got to make sure, make it be, take your time, see if the play is there, and then you can make it.
Kyle didn't catch that cleanly, but the right idea. Shot clock at 7. Şengün is on step. 2 men are waiting for Curry. Shot clock at 2. Slow-mo trying to get one up. And it's a 24-second violation.
That was well defended. Every time they did take their time, and the Rockets were just ready to move their feet. And Kyle Anderson tried to go, but that's what happened yesterday at practice. One time Draymond Green stopped practice. He was like, guys, we're getting too sped up. This is what happened last time we saw the Rockets and we lost the 30-point lead. Slow it down a little bit.
Aaron Holiday setting up Şengün. Gonna bang and bump with Draymond. Şengün went to the Nowitzki again, and this time he was fouled.
Well, that time Draymond was a little closer to it, contested a little better, but I think he overdid it. Let's see if he got him on.
Drops in the free throw. Dash pass by DoorDash is your door to all things basketball, and that door doesn't open for offensive basketball when the Warriors and Rockets play together.
Remember last time I told you Şengün, now he's kind of thinking about, okay, how are defenders going to guard me instead of how am I going to guard all these bigs coming at me? I think it's his confidence growing, but a lot of times it's like you get so wrapped up in watching these other great players, their offensive film. How many times do you watch other players defensively and what their tendencies are?
Rockets incredibly physical. Steph missing that 3, and you got Jalen Green tied up by GP2. Now, Kalena, they're down 8, but we mentioned 10 turnovers in 48 minutes on Friday. They already have 10 turnovers in 14 minutes tonight, and so if that continues, it won't matter what the Warriors do anywhere else.
That's not good. But the Rockets are in beast mode right now defensively, so you're going to have to stay patient, move the ball around. You can get into the teeth of this defense.
2 leapers with GP2 and Jalen Green for the jump ball.
They got to get everybody lined up around that circle, make sure no one's cheating.
Billy Kennedy to toss it, and GP2 winning the tap.
Kind of held off Jalen Green there nicely without doing it egregiously.
Trace Jackson Davis. Now the Warriors could use a lot more of that.
And they need him to get back to being the dynamic big that he has been. How about that tornado move in traffic? That's difference for bigs.
Tari Eason, good defense, Lindy Waters. Lindy pushing it back on Şengün, waiting for Draymond. Right down the lane.
Well, that's what happens when you trail. Sometimes the Red Sea just opens up. I say that all pun intended here. You got the red court. It worked out.
Aaron Holiday, a little floater, and rimmed it over iron and good. Race rolling. Lindy went to the push shot. Off back iron there. Şengün with the rebound, and here comes Jalen Green. Again, no Wiggins and no Moody, so the Warriors trying to deal with the wings of Houston. Holiday, the open three. That's a great box out. Lindy Waters and a better rebound. And then he's just finally, you see the physicality of Houston, and Tari Eason will get the go.
You said it. The Rockets pride themselves on being a physical team. You got to match that intensity and surpass it if you can.
Yeah, don't expect for the whistle to blow and there to be a foul. Get rid of that ball. Draymond open corner three, shot it long. And the ricochet all the way out to Steph. That was Trace Jackson Davis working. Yank back Curry three. And Tari Eason, give me that rebound. I can't think of another team in the league that plays like Houston.
No.
And so you better strap it on when you play them.
Well, they go hard defensively. There's other really good defensive teams, but Houston's definitely in there.
Put your hard hat on and get a chin strap and get ready for a battle.
It's an important possession. Just keeping contact now. Is Tari Eason holding on to Steph? They're on that physicality kick, and sometimes they can overdo it. Steph took advantage of that one, where they kind of struggled defensively. Now the last 3 games, they're back to like 4th defensively over those 3 games. Just the offense, 29 offensively in those last 3 games now.
Draymond looking for GP2. Dylan Brooks was there. And then Steph cutting, and that shot blocked. And because it never hit iron, it's another 24-second violation, and it's the 12th turnover of the first half.
Well, the Rockets are something up your sleeve to finish against this team. Full court pressure.
How about that? Podziemski and GP2. They combined for the turnover, and Buddy Hield can't make it hurt. The Warriors are just having a disastrous shooting night. 3 of 16 and then 34% from the field. And Jalen Green right down the lane.
They're struggling to keep people in front of him. Jalen Green just made a great move. Handles, shoot button push behind his back, and blew by Podziemski. The help can't get there in time. It happened too fast.
Yeah, one team is playing at a different physical level. Shot clock at 3. Buddy Hield around Tari Eason. That's another 24-second violation.
They're just struggling to beat people off the dribble. And because the on-ball defense is so good, you don't have to help as much, so you're not finding open shooters.
The other thing, too, Chuck Daly did this with the Bad Boy Pistons. He said, if I foul you or push you or grab you all the time, the officials kind of get used to that level of physicality. So you see the Rockets, they never take any plays off. They're into you all the time.
And they're hitting you first.
Right.
So now they're the more aggressive team. The officials know this. Warriors got to match that.
And Jalen Green's going inside.
Yeah, no Andrew Wiggins. He's kind of got it going now, too. 6 points for him.
Yeah, Warriors stuck on 4 points in the quarter. Pat Spencer's first playing time, and Pat Spencer with the mid-range.
He got into the paint, got into the defender's body, got some separation there. That's that little mid-range, little almost closer than mid-range shot for him.
Tari Eason. Kuminga let him go nowhere. Jabari Smith with a big step, and the Warriors come up with a steal. Spencer waiting for friends here. Kuminga's got an open 3, but
the lane is open. He could have driven that. And this is a team, if you're settling against them the whole night, you're just not going to have much success, especially the Warriors, the way the Warriors are shooting right now. If there's a lane and you don't take it, you're going to live to regret that.
Yeah, the other thing, too, for Kuminga, we're getting into 24 games. He's a 30% three-point shooter. And that should be a shot of last resort because he can do so many other things so well. The Warriors come up with Tari Eason missing, and then the foul.
Tari Eason was frustrated. He felt like he should have made that. He kind of went horse collar up.
He just whacked Trace out of frustration. Run some half-court sets, continue to go inside, and then kick it out for threes. And Pat Spencer missing that 3. Podziemski, good hustle. And Trace Jackson Davis, give me that rebound. Pods an open 3, and Buddy Hield pushed off.
The three ball just hasn't arrived yet for the Warriors. 3 of 19.
Yeah, 3 of 19. The Rockets don't make a lot of threes in their own right. They're 1 of 11.
Well, the Rockets are collapsing on the paint. Even that split action where Podziemski saw he didn't have a man in between him and the basket. He cut in there. The Rockets are kind of collapsing, making it tough to finish at the rim.
Jalen Green on the step back. So he had struggled against the Warriors in the 2 prior meetings. He's having a half here. 4 of 7.
He's coming off a great game against the Clippers, too. Kind of been seesaw with his production, but he's trying to follow up a good game with another one.
There's Jackson Davis, triple teamed, and got it back out to Kuminga. And he had it knocked away. He had the right idea. Not sure what the Warrior turnover record for a half is, but getting close to it. And Steve Kerr's got to take a timeout as Amen Thompson able to finish.
Now the Rockets are capitalizing even that more, getting out in transition.
Yeah, the Warriors have 6 points this quarter. And when you're down 14 to Houston, it feels like 30. And Podziemski hitting a 3, his first made field goal.
Okay, defender went under that screen like the Rockets have kind of been doing a lot of this game, giving Warriors the threes.
Remember in the first game, the Warriors scored 127 points. They come up with the turnover there, and Buddy Hield banking it home.
That's how you can kind of come back, cut into the lead, get out in transition after the turnover.
Steph and Draymond are at the scorer's table, so can you close the half?
See if you can get some fast break points of your own.
Oops, Sengun had it knocked away. Podziemski diving on the deck, trying to rip it away, and we'll have a jump ball.
The Warriors are trying to get some of these turnovers back in a hurry here. Rockets are starting to pile some up. They're getting a little loose with the ball. They're 7th in the league in turnovers. They're one of the best turnover teams in the league in terms of taking care of the ball, but you know Podziemski is going to beat everyone to the floor. Even if the floor already looks bloody, he's not afraid to get some play defense when you turn the ball over.
You're playing tonight in a bowl of tomato soup.
Basically.
Sengun winning that tap. So Steph and Draymond back in. Rockets' biggest lead has been 14. Jalen Green lost the handle, got it back. Sengun had the very deep position there. He knows all the angles.
Well, he just did his work early and made sure he packed Draymond down as much as he could, try to put him in the basket.
There's a Kuminga post up on Jabari Smith. Kuminga with a mid-range.
Well, he was pretty resolute about that one.
So JK's got 10, first Warrior in double figures.
If you can master that Jordan fadeaway, it can work.
Sengun's got 12 to lead the Rockets. Steph stayed with Jalen Green nicely. Shot clock at 7. Green and Curry couldn't play any better defense.
That is precision with the strip. That's a block for him. But Steph, that's what happens. You got to make sure you're talking it out. Those ball screens, if you can switch, they did it well there. And Steph was ready to switch and move his feet.
Van Vliet off iron, but the long rebound to Sengun, and then Buddy Hield. And the ricochet back to Jabari Smith. How many times are the Warriors going to turn the Rockets away? And Houston's going to get another opportunity.
Thing. Rockets do not give up on plays. They get offensive rebounds. They'll take a swipe at it even if you get the rebound. You got to be strong with the ball. I kind of took a bad bounce, slipped through the Warriors' hands.
4th opportunity for Houston this trip down. Sengun facing up on Draymond. Wheels around him. Draymond recovery. And then Houston turns it over. I'll tell you what, that stretch for the Warriors defensively was fantastic.
Yeah, that's 8 turnovers for the Rockets.
How they turn them aside that trip down.
That was well done. Draymond just moved his feet, gave Sengun nowhere to go. He's like, I don't need help. Come at me, bro.
Draymond the decision maker, and I mean, Kalenna's been pointing this out. It is there in the lane, and Şengün's not a shot blocker at all.
Well, that's the thing. They involve Şengün in the ball screen. Make him come up. Draymond's able to get behind him. And the Rockets have done better defensively before that possession. That time they didn't get any rotation to Draymond.
And Steph took it away from Green. Steph with a lot of contact and still laid it up and in.
Okay, now the Warriors are the more aggressive team. They're the more physical team. They're hitting the Rockets first. That's how they've cut back into this lead. Much better part of this second quarter.
I'll tell you, the compete level for the Warriors on display. Down 14 on the road.
Shot 4. It's like the Warriors are going, okay, they're calling this game a certain way. They're letting us play. We have to take advantage of this too. Let's get super physical, get into them defensively.
Yeah, this game's almost a call your own fouls. Şengün putting it up and in. Nice delivery from Jalen Green.
Yeah, they made it tough on Draymond to help him recover that time.
Two men jump at Steph. Curry setting up Buddy Hield. And those are the shots you need to bury against the Rockets. You don't get open looks very often, but the Warriors come up with another steal.
I thought Buddy Hield was running back. He wasn't.
Buddy back out to Podziemski. He's got Şengün on him again. Kuminga on Jalen Green. Quickness on quickness. Tried the rip through. You're not getting fouls tonight. Wow. That has become established.
Interesting.
So about a 5. Şengün's a wonderful player, but he's not Rudy Gobert at the rim defensively.
No, he's not. Just got to get crafty when you get in there, like GP2 did a little bit.
Alperen Şengün with Van Vliet up top. Şengün's had a great offensive first half, and he had 14 points, and he is going to the line for 2 more free throws.
Well, the Warriors fought over the screen, and Draymond Green showed up, and then he had to get back. And they're exploiting that. Van Vliet is going to make it tough on Draymond to get back.
So Şengün, a couple free throws, courtesy of Supercuts.
Coaches, no nonsense, all business. Coaches never call it the JV.
You don't normally see like the guys getting a feel for the ball, spinning the ball in their hands that long. But if you have a routine, it's all about the repeatability. Can you do the same thing every time and get that muscle memory? A lot to remember.
Okay, what do the Warriors talk about at halftime?
Going to the rim.
Back-to-back layups. Well executed offensive sets and making it a 4-point game after the Rockets had the Warriors on tilt. And we're up 14. Draymond knocked it away from Şengün. Steph kind of directing traffic. Buddy Hield 3. And Kuminga fight for the offensive rebound. That's a new wrinkle that we've come to enjoy in his game. Jabari Smith got Steph off the 3-point line, and that's just a good awareness for a young player like, hey, don't get Curry a 3 in rhythm. Make him do something different. The Rocket defense is fun to watch, not fun to play against. Warrior defense equally good. Jalen Green missing that 3. GP2's outlet thrown away.
Threw it in a little too hot.
And Jabari Smith. The Warriors fortunate, except now you're going to have to play defense a 3rd time, as that's off Draymond Green.
And Draymond is saying his defender was getting a little too physical with him, or the offensive player
now
was on.
The one thing about it is the officials were very consistent in the first half. They're allowing everything in this game.
Yeah.
This has been a physical game with almost no whistles.
So you can't be surprised.
No.
They put it away.
Dillon Brooks missing that 3. I mean, the level of physicality with a different crew, you might have had 30 fouls in that first half. I mean, oh man, that one thrown at
Draymond. Listen, Draymond had the 4 turnovers in the first half. He's got to kind of practice what he preaches here and kind of slow himself down a little bit. He just threw that one to Steph before he even looked. The defender wasn't even looking. He was face guarding Steph, so it just bounded off the defender's back. Luckily for the Warriors.
Yeah, a lot has happened in this game, but it boils down to the Warriors being down only 4 here. A couple minutes into the 3rd quarter.
It could be so much worse.
This is what I'm talking about. There were about 20 of those type of plays in the first half.
Yeah.
With bodies everywhere. But Dillon Brooks will pick up a foul.
Well, here's the crack. Whistle.
Just a second. I'm looking up egregious. Okay, E with the G. Okay, I got it. You know that word. Kuminga. I'm telling you, this is why JK can be such a factor if his mindset changes to just keep going inside.
All right. That's what we're saying.
Jalen Green. And you're not going to stop that. Rattled that one home, and he's had a nice game so far. Joined Şengün in double figures with 10.
They didn't teach you egregious at Notre Dame. It's fake advertising.
Steph Curry put that in. Sometimes I have to give the Kentucky guy love for the vocabulary.
No, that was just, I don't know what that was. They like this Van Vliet, Şengün pick and roll.
Shot clock at 8. Van Vliet, steady Eddie, hand on the ball. That's why they don't turn it over. He is so good, and he gets it back for the 3. Beats the buzzer. Fred Van Vliet. He's only 2 of 9, but he seems to hit the big ones.
That's another tough help and recover for Kuminga.
UP2 has Şengün out of the lane. That's what the Warriors are trying to accomplish. Gary with kind of a warm-up 3, and he just hasn't had the three-point stroke really this season.
Well, they're trying to involve Şengün. They did it there. Maybe get it back to Kuminga. You kind of have the hand going as Jabari Smith Jr. knocks it down.
So we pulled to within 2 and then push back up to 8. Down 7 at halftime. Steph turned to the corner, in on Şengün, and the Warriors are running a layup line in this third quarter.
That's a mean hesitation there on Şengün. Again, they want him guarding the ball screens because it gives you a lot of options. Steph just showed it.
Steph's got 14 and needs a tag team partner. Kuminga's got 14 as well. Add Buddy Hield in there and you'd be onto something. Shot clock down to 5. Şengün from the foul line and over the backboard. The Warriors will take that.
All right. Warriors are tenacious defensively. This is nothing new. We've seen this a lot.
Good screen by Payton, and Dylan Brooks with another foul.
Add insult to injury. We're going to crack you, and the officials are going to call the foul on you. This is frustration from Dylan Brooks.
GK, multiple offensive rebounds.
And screen. Don't take no for an answer. Again, involve Şengün, make him guard it, put your head down and go straight to the rim.
I'll tell you, put the league on notice if Jonathan Kuminga starts becoming an offensive rebounder. And Dylan Brooks with a nice post-up score. Third quarter, much better rhythm for both teams than we saw in the first half. Draymond, little push shot.
Even if Draymond's handling involves Şengün, he's guarding GP2 that time, so GP2 sprints up there, and Draymond gets a little comfortable floater off because he's in drop coverage.
Dylan Brooks scored that time. Şengün, good dive cut. Good rotation, Kuminga. Draymond running with friends. Draymond taking it all the way. Jabari Smith turned him away. Buddy Hield, reload 3, and he got it. It's a deep 2. He had his foot on the line.
But even Draymond's drive, even though he missed it, he didn't turn it over. You give the Warriors a chance to get the offensive rebound. That's the 2003.
It was a 2.
2000.
Foot on the line.
The 2.
Next one will be a 3.
Take off the 3 zeros. There's a 2.
Şengün rimming that home. But the Warriors are here. Midway through the third, you were down 14 in the first half. It was looking ugly. Are you going to Vegas or are you playing the Mavericks? Steph Curry, the field goal and the foul.
Yeah. They're working off of these ball screens, and one of the main things, only 1 turnover since halftime.
They haven't turned it over.
And attacking Şengün's life, so much so that Ime Udoka had to take him out of the game as Steph missed a free throw?
Steph missed a free throw, bedeviled by that red floor that threw him off. His calibrations for one of the best free throw shooters ever.
It's an adjustment.
Van Vliet lob, and then Thompson That's how you throw a lob. Throw it below the rim. Let him just high rise, double pump, and put it down.
That was crazy. It's just guarding people off the dribble. You make TJD have to come help. His man is going to be above the rim, almost hitting his head.
I tell you, Thompson just getting better and better. What a talented young player in year 2.
Yeah, he is a terror in that short corner.
Podziemski finding Buddy Hield. And Buddy drops in the 3. That's a good look from Brandon right there.
The X factor, just moving without the ball. His defender kind of lost sight of him there. Steps in the vicinity. That's the 2003 of Buddy Hield's career.
See, we're just kind of presaging what would happen. Basically, Trace Jackson-Davis played the D. Here's Kuminga on Tari Eason. The Energizer Bunny for the Rockets. Buddy Hield, Podziemski with Steph, Kuminga, and Trace. Buddy was going to shoot that. Shot clock at 5. Kuminga, show, go, float. And just laid out fire. A great move. He just didn't stay down. These young Rockets, when you think of Tari Eason and Amen Thompson and Jabari Smith and Jalen Green, they're going to be here for a while. Şengün as well, the hub. And the veterans, Van Vliet and Dylan Brooks. And Brooks jumper off back iron, Steph rebound in motion.
Yeah, they wanted TJD in that ball screen. TJD's like, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Chance to take the lead. And Trace was fouled.
That's what I'm talking about, though. Catching in stride, right? Podziemski knew he was going to have the angle to the basket. No hesitation. And you put the defense in a bad way, and you draw in TJD's defender, just kind of dish it off to him.
That's impressive by Buddy Hield. 2003s, only Steph got there quicker.
Well, Steph has talked about Buddy Hield, and he said, look, this is probably one of the only guys I know that shoots more than me. He's like a volume shooter when he's by himself in the gym, in practice. He shoots a ton of shots. Like Steph, Steph's saying he shoots more than anybody Steph has ever seen. Like coming from Steph, that is a wild thing.
Yeah, Buddy, when you talk to the assistant coaches, it's not how many he's going to get up. He says, I'm going to shoot till it feels right.
Till I feel right.
And sometimes it can be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Well, that is tremendous work ethic. Steph is more like, okay, where am I getting them from? How hard am I going? So it's kind of a different approach from two wonderful shooters. Oh, no.
And Thompson.
See, that can't happen. That's two defenders staying up, but treating Dylan Brooks like he's Steph Curry.
Don't want to let it go unnoticed. Those were 2 really nice free throws by Trace Jackson-Davis. They looked good, had good arc, and he made them both. And that's something that all the Warriors need to be working on if you're not named Curry. Podziemski nowhere to go. He's got to shoot a step back on Brooks.
This is the switching Rockets defense, so you got to have something for this. You got to be prepared.
And Brooks with the early rim run and able to put it up and in.
I want to continue to get high percentage shots here.
We're down 14 in the first half, down 7 at halftime. It's 3 right now. Lindy Waters has a good look for 3. Nicely done. Tell you what, Podziemski's running this unit. He got Trace to the free throw line. He got Buddy at 3. Got Lindy at 3. That's nice.
That was not bad there. Lindy kind of stopped in between the switch, found a little space. That's creativity.
Ben Thompson back out to Van Vliet for the triple. Big rebound, and I like how Kuminga got in there with Trace Jackson-Davis.
Gang rebounding.
You don't have Draymond out there. You don't have Steph. Strength in numbers is needed right now. TJD setting up Buddy for 3. Yes, sir.
That's big. You run your split action. I talked about that before halftime. And that time, Lindy Waters took 2 defenders with him, cutting so hard because he was kind of anticipating the switch, found a little space for the shooter, Buddy Hield. Now you got a little zone action for the Warriors. Seeing if this can take the Rockets out of rhythm.
Particularly without Şengün in there. Jabari Smith will call his own number. Jabari Smith is growing up. He's got a dozen. Very effective and efficient tonight. 5 of 8 shooting.
Well, he's the perfect player to have in the middle, the weak part of the zone. And he's a pretty solid shooter, but he's also mobile enough to attack whoever steps up, try to blow by him.
They run Buddy off the line initially. And Tari Eason will track it down. They flipped the game 17 points. And guess who just drew a charge? Brandon Pajemski.
Usually Van Vliet makes great decisions. That just wasn't a good decision. Not very smart because it hurts my throat, so now my throat hurts the rest of the game.
Buddy Hield with another 3, and by the way, Buddy's got 15. When he gets 18 or more, the Warriors have yet to lose a game. Jalen Green with Şengün at high screen roll. Final minute of the third. And then Buddy Hield knocking it away.
Buddy Hield has been really good defensively this game. He's been active. He's got himself a block. He's been moving his feet.
A block. He got 3 blocks in the game.
I was just saying he got at least a block. That's what I meant.
Jalen Green, speaking of blocks. And then the follow by Şengün.
Şengün is trying to do his work. Anytime his defender vacates and he's going to help, he's going to trail and see if he can find the ball.
You know, you hear the baby Jokic, but he is an impressive young big.
Well, people compared him to Sabonis when he came out. Now Warriors can go 2 for 1.
He's got 20 and 10 tonight. Kuminga with Tari Eason on him. Kuminga attacking Şengün. Tari Eason came back and got a piece of that from behind. Eason driving, and he went to send that down and missed the dunk.
TJD was up for a challenge. He moved his feet well enough. Didn't give up a blow by, contested it.
I'll tell you, Trace has played good minutes tonight.
Well, everybody on the Warriors has defended well.
I think they want to reset the clock here on the inbounds. They made it 16.7 instead of the 15.1.
Can you get a good look here? Just winning this quarter.
I tell you, this reserve unit, when Steph and Draymond sat, they hung in there for sure.
They won the quarter.
Playing for the last shot. Worst case, you have a 1-point lead heading into the fourth. Kuminga with 5. Kuminga with 3. Kuminga around Trace. Fadeaway 3. That's okay. You took the last shot. You got the 1-point lead. You were down 14. 7 at halftime. Buddy had 11 of his 15 in the third. There's no barking back. It's like, yeah, let's get together. Let's finish this quarter.
You need someone to be a floor leader as the Warriors force a turnover.
And Ben Thompson just a giveaway. And can the Warriors make it hurt like Houston does so well off miscues? Step back in, Draymond, Lindy Waters, Pajemski with Kevon Looney.
There it is.
And beautiful. That was a great play out of the third quarter timeout.
It's just your everyday split action. Everyday Warrior split action. 2 defenders go with the shooter, Lindy Waters. Cut off of it if you're Pajemski.
Jalen Green. He goes at Looney, and Looney's been doing that his whole career.
Yeah, kept his verticality.
Draymond attacking. Draymond to the rim. Rimmed it out. And Şengün the rebound.
You're okay with that attack, though. The Warriors work on that in practice, keeping their verticality.
Yeah.
Have the coaches hit it
that
with the ball.
That whole drill, yep. And Looney's not buying that Şengün 3, and he'll foul him on the beginning of the drive.
Yeah, that was a pretty good move that Şengün threw at him. But you get your everyday split action. Just throw in the
A little runner. You're not stopping that.
His touch, like the little fadeaways we've seen, the Nowitzki fadeaways.
A shot like that is what reminds you of Jokic.
Yeah.
Just that soft touch on the mid-range.
Bigs with floaters are dangerous.
Şengün's got 22 tonight. Best game he's had against the Warriors this year.
Why not go back to this split action? See if they screwed up again.
Oh, right now, they go to Looney on the exact same play as Azubuike's playing offensive coordinator.
I was telling you, like, it worked last time. Why not do it again? But switch it up. Switch the side up. So the Rockets are going, oh, maybe they're doing something different. Oh, no, it's the same play. They got us again.
Steph Curry gets no numbers off this, but everyone runs at him, and Looney gets the dunk, and Houston takes time. The whole franchise.
They said his smile lights up the room.
Tari Eason on a nice feed from Şengün, who's not just a scorer.
The Warriors have only turned the ball over one time in the half so far. Can you have another clean quarter?
And Tari Eason with a foul. Now these are the plays that were not fouls in the first half. And
Draymond's
they're drawing a whistle, and Draymond is holding that right leg. Remember, he was dealing with a calf. Wiggins and Moody, you don't want to push it.
Yeah.
Not against these guys. Steph Curry, an open three. He got it.
So good. And Looney set the screen. His defenders in drop coverage. You know, if you set a good one, Steph's going to use it well, set his man up, and get a ton of separation space off that.
Jalen Green for three. And Podziemski, good strong rebound. He was whacked in the face.
Oh, no. Well, give this man's nose a break. He can't catch a break. We talked about his shooting percentages. I mean, the guy's getting hit every other game in the schnoz. Well, that's crazy. The Rockets live by that.
Well, they make you uncomfortable. They would be unfun to play against, and the Warriors are going to see Houston 5 times this year. Lindy Waters, tough drive and nice finish.
Listen, everybody else is focused on Steph Curry and other guys running around like you're distracted. Your defender's not expecting you to go. They're bringing the ball pressure. Attack that. That's how you do it if you're Lindy Waters.
Lindy with 5 rebounds, and there'll be a blocking foul on Draymond as Tari Eason and Draymond came together.
Draymond hates that. Well, how do you deal with pressure?
Thompson nearly knocked away. Holiday getting a back shot clock at 2 with a step through. And then Looney snatching that rebound.
Look at that ball pressure from Steph, too. And he can do that. He knows he's got the help behind him.
We've talked about the Rockets being number 2 in defense. Don't forget who's number 4 in defense. It's the Dubs. Looney, patience. Tipping and just couldn't get it over iron. The right idea, though, for the Warriors to continue to look to go inside. Tari Eason out to Dylan Brooks. This is where he likes to back down Steph, and Lindy Waters saw it.
And Draymond went to help on the strong side. Lindy Waters is saying, I got to help the helper. He got in there just in time.
No Wiggins, no Moody. These are big minutes for Lindy Waters. Ooh. Steph Curry, and he was whacked by Holiday. Didn't get the foul. Steve Kerr is on the borderline of getting the tee. He was angry. And Tari Eason hits a 3.
That's big.
And now Steve is on the floor.
I understand it, too, because they took the shot. That one affected his shot. That was the reason he was that short.
Yeah, Steph shot an air ball 5 feet short, and then Tari Eason hit a 3. Lindy Waters with a shot clock at 2. Those are the passes you don't throw against Houston. You just don't throw them.
That was the second turnover of the half. You're in the deep corner. There's a lot of defenders in between you and Podziemski who you're trying to throw it to.
Yeah, 14 first half turnovers. They've been terrific in the second half, but this last couple sequences, the missed foul call is Draymond.
I love that.
And calms things down.
He went too small, too. He had Van Vliet switch on to him, and Steph, that's why he set that ball screen, to get the smaller defender onto Draymond Green. They're using Draymond more and more, letting him handle in these ball screens.
Van Vliet knocked away by Podziemski. And Draymond, before it could get tied up, the ball's still loose, and Looney comes up with it. What a battle. This game is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, that's what it is tonight.
This is going to be an 8-second violation as the Warriors didn't get over the timeline.
And it's interesting. It seemed like they were counting while Draymond was fighting on the floor, but the Warriors didn't really have possession yet.
So protecting the 3-point lead, the skip pass to Jabari Smith. Buddy Hield wouldn't let him squeeze off that 3. Tari Eason inside to him, and Thompson.
You're not getting that call tonight if you're Lindy Waters.
So protecting the 1-point lead. Trace Jackson Davis. Buddy Hield back to Trace. Better touch to Lindy Waters. Corner 3 is down.
That's the movement. They went split action. You got the ball into TJD. You didn't like what you had, but you changed sides of the floor. Really make the Rockets work defensively. That's how you do it.
But a big game for Lindy Waters without Wiggins and without Moody. They have needed his contributions. And kicked by Podziemski. Recycle that to 14.
That's a deflection. He gets a deflection for that, I think.
A couple minutes are huge. Van Vliet and Şengün did well just to catch that. Şengün lost it. And Lindy Waters trying to steal it. Still loose. Kuminga batted it. And it's smart because that's a 24-second violation.
That's perfect.
That was a great play by JK. He couldn't quite grab it, but like, hey, throw it in the backcourt.
Yeah, the Warriors are after these 50-50 balls. You can win them.
Ime Udoka has a gritty, defensive-minded lockdown team. It's never going to be pretty trying to beat Houston. And the steal. And Jabari Smith coming away with it.
Oh my goodness, they are letting them play.
Man, it is far and away the most physical, uncalled game we've seen. And Jabari Smith nailing a three and making it a one-point game.
You're going to have to fight to get open now. You got to be cut, get into some bodies, and bounce off of people to get open for some of these passes because they're all over you. And look for the backdoor cuts, too, because if you're going to overplay like that.
Trace was setting that screen. Kuminga stop and go. Dropped it back to Trace. He's mauled. They get it back out to Podziemski. And Lindy Waters three off iron.
Clutch minutes.
Şengün knocked away. Buddy Hield with the D.
You got to use the fact that the officials aren't calling it to your advantage, too. Warriors are getting into people, too, now.
4.5 left. 1-point lead in the ball. Kuminga nearly had it knocked away. My goodness. Podziemski, three! Oh, Brandon Podziemski hit the three like he was Steph.
He never loses confidence. We've been like they won Vegas, but you got a long way to go now.
Ben Thompson, Şengün with Van Vliet, Jabari Smith, and Dylan Brooks. Van Vliet had picked up the dribble. Shot clock at 7.
Look at Draymond and Şengün fighting.
Şengün's had a big night with 22. Wheels on a Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond played him beautifully, and he got the rebound.
That doesn't work with Draymond. You can throw as many moves as you want at him. He's holding his ground.
So inside 4 minutes with Steph, Draymond, Podziemski, Buddy Hield, Kuminga. And Thompson holding on to Steph. He springs free. He gets around him in the lane. Kuminga feet set. Bottoms a three.
They involved Şengün. Had Steph set the ball screen like they did Draymond and Gobert last game.
Warriors' biggest lead of the night. Oh, Şengün. Draymond going to hold on to him and commit the foul.
Yeah, it's a hard foul. It's the only way Şengün wasn't going to finish that. They might review it, see if it's egregious enough for a flagrant, but you crushed that one. I love that. But he does look like a karaoke guy.
Couple free throws courtesy of Lazy Boy.
The Lazy Boy, 2 great.
So Şengün drops in both free throws. He's got 24 to lead all scorers. The Warriors a 5-point lead in the ball.
Yeah,
think of the Denver game where you had the 6-point lead with 2.5 left.
There's a ball screen again.
Closing these clutch games. Curry off iron, rebound loose, and out of bounds to the Dubs.
Yeah, they're showing kind of the same play with Draymond handling. That time, Steph got the screen off of Draymond's handoff ball screen.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left. And right now, the Rockets' 2 team fouls. The Warriors have committed 3. Şengün will sub out. So Jabari Smith, Dylan Brooks, Amen Thompson, Van Vliet, and Jalen Green in.
Ime doesn't want them to be able to pick on Şengün.
And they post up Kuminga, tipping and fouled on the second time. So he missed the layup, but his extra effort will get him to the line.
The Warriors go with that under out of bounds every time, where Steph sets the screen. A little screen for the inbounder to get the under out of bounds pass in there. And he just kind of second one. He should just tell one of the assistant coaches, hey, your job is just every single timeout, tell me to go get an offensive rebound.
So the second free throw down in a 6-point game. They're putting in Jalen Green for offense here. But they don't have Şengün in. Jabari Smith for 3. And Buddy Hield the rebound.
Warriors are getting physical on that glass now.
Dylan Brooks hounding Steph. Talk about physically. I don't know what you call that. Shot clock down to 9. It's Jalen Green on a switch. Draymond at 4. Does Draymond see the shot clock? He does. Flipping it up and an air ball. That'll be a 24-second violation. Good Rockets defense.
Jalen Green credit, Dylan Brooks credit first, and then Jalen Green switched on to
Van Vliet working on Pajemski here. And Şengün back in. They sub offense for defense. And Şengün in for that offense. Jalen Green, Draymond got a piece of it. Blocked the 3.
That's amazing. And good thing Kuminga saw it, too.
How do the Warriors execute here? 6-point lead in the ball.
Şengün's in.
Draymond and Steph, they've been doing it together for 13 years. Draymond trying to set a ball screen shit. They jumped it nicely. Shot clock at 1. Buddy's got a launch. It's another 24-second violation. Back-to-back trips, and you don't get a shot out. Teams grinding this one out. The third meeting between the two. Van Vliet to Şengün. Draymond stayed down. Shot clock at 7. Wheels with the right hand. Draymond again, but he couldn't control it, and it's off Steph. And the Rockets have new life.
I'm telling you, Draymond looks forward to these type of possessions. They're posting him up. Draymond is saying that is not a good option.
So a fresh 14 here. Şengün again. Van Vliet with a big 3, and he got it. Rainbows at home.
He lost contact with Van Vliet for a split second. This is kind of what he does for them. They'll get a little more aggressive in the clutch.
He had been 2 of 12
going off the dribble.
Steph Curry with Dylan Brooks hounding him. What does Steve Kerr design in that timeout? And it's Kuminga inside, and the Warriors throw it away.
The switching defense bothered the Warriors there, and they're trying to get Kuminga slipping out of it. But Draymond, who passes a little off target, but the defender was still there riding Kuminga. Watch the skits.
Remember, in Denver, the Warriors didn't score the final 2.5 minutes. Ominous. The last couple minutes here, Van Vliet hit the deck. Şengün is fouled, and he will go to the line to try to make it a 1-point game.
Draymond wasn't able to hold his line there. The offensive player fell.
Here in Houston, 48 ticks left.
And we know the Rockets will get at least 2 possessions, including this one.
Now you can't commit any more fouls. Van Vliet, he had hit the big 3 moments ago. Shot clock at 7. Van Vliet to kick out to a cutting Green. He had nowhere to go. Jabari Smith missing that 3. Monster rebound. Pajemski batted to an open spot, but he touched it last.
Long rebound. They can go for quick 2 if they want. It's just whatever's open. The Warriors have defended so well.
Şengün holding up top. Kevon Looney's in to deal with Şengün. Walks him to the rim. That's a 2. Warriors still maintain the lead.
Yeah, you just take your time.
It's about a 3-second game shot clock difference winding down the game. So you can't quite freeze it out. But you could take this all the way down and shoot a 3 with 3 seconds left, or shoot a 3 now. Curry missing there. Payton dived on it, throwing it on the deck. Kuminga in a tie-up, and you've got a foul! Not a jump ball, but a foul!
Oh, no.
With 3.5 seconds left.
No.
So Kuminga called for the foul.
That is the worst.
And that'll be free throws on the...
I don't know why the Warriors didn't challenge that.
87% free thrower with a chance to take the lead. It sure looked like that was a jump ball. Crazy. And Green gives Houston the 1-point lead. 3.5 seconds. The timeout to move it into the front court. Pajemski to inbound with Draymond, Buddy Hield, Kuminga, and Steph Curry. Looking, still looking. They get it into Steph, back to Pajemski to win the game. It's blocked, and that'll do it. Ball.